Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last class we have discussed about liberalism and its basic tenets. In this class we will continue the same topic about introduction of liberalism. Already we know what is meant by liberalism. That is originated from the Latin word liber, which means to set free from all type of restrictions. So liberalism means whatever the restrictions are there, if you are set free from all type of restriction, that is called as liberalism. I'll go forward here. Liberalism is one of the basic broader concept. Already we have discussed, this is a quite broader concept. So liberalism is a concept which are mainly related with individualism, utilitarianism, welfare state concept. Individualism means, I already said you, whenever the individual, whenever the involvement of the state government, when it is very less, that concept is called as individualism. And utilitarianism means this is mainly advocating to perform those actions which will create more happiness and more pleasure upon yourself, and it opposes those actions which are causing displeasures and unhappiness upon you. So utilitarianism is a concept which is mainly encouraging and which will mainly advocating you to perform those actions which can provide more happiness, but it will oppose those actions which can cause unhappiness upon you. So that is called as utilitarianism. Now welfare state concept, already we know that the states, any states, when they are providing the basic economic necessities for its citizen, so that state is called as welfare state. So normally we know that every state will provide some basic economic securities such as pension facility, health facility, education facility, sanitation facility, drinking water, protective function. All this comes under the basic economic facilities. So whenever the states will provide this all basic facilities, that state is called as welfare state. Example, our country India is a welfare state. You can write many definitions about the welfare state. The state which will decreases the gap between the have and have not. Whenever if any states will decreases the gap among have and have not, that state is called as welfare state. If you see the modern liberalism, okay, what is meant by modern liberalism? When you compare the liberalism, already we have seen this is originated from the Latin word liber, which means to set free from all type of restrictions. Simple word, provide independence and freedom to the citizen. But modern liberalism is somewhat difficult concept. Okay, this is quite dominant version. Okay, this is a dominant version when we are comparing with liberalism. So modern liberalism is a dominant version when you are comparing it with liberalism. Okay, so this modern liberalism combines two important values. First, to provide civil liberty as well as equality, so that they will support social justice. So in modern liberalism, what they are doing? So in modern liberalism, we can find they are providing two important basic values to the citizen. First one, they are providing civil liberty, and also they are providing equality, so that they can able to support individual for the social justice. This is about modern liberalism. Now when we are talking about the modern liberalism, is quite different concept in 19th century. So modern liberalism is quite different concept when we are comparing in 19th century. This modern liberalism transformation liberalism in 20th century. Okay, so they have transformed liberalism, means before it is liberalism, but now it is a modern liberalism which we are following in 20th century. Modern liberalism means this is a combination of two values. What are the value? I said you, provide civil liberty and equality. Whenever if you are providing civil liberty, equality is very important to promote the social justice. So providing civil liberty and equality to promote social justice, that comes under modern liberalism. So this modern liberalism have transformed the liberalism in 20th century. No more, if you see that this is not an ideology of only middle class. Okay, this is not only promoting, the modern liberalism is not only preserving or promoting the idea of only the middle class, but this is promoting the ideology of all the section of the people, which comes under broad mass. Okay, so this is mainly conserving a section of large amount of mass, lower class, middle class. So all the different section of the people comes under this concept. Now if you see that modern liberalism have greatly influenced in 19th century, okay, and there are many English philosophers. If you see that there are many English philosophers such as T.H. Green, they proposed that moral dimensions with liberalisms can form modern liberalism. So if there is moral dimensions with liberalism, if the moral dimensions plus liberalisms combinedly will call as modern liberalism. Now we will discuss what is meant by moral dimension. Moral dimensions are mainly concerned with or relating to human behavior. Anything which are mainly related and concerned with human behavior, that is called moral dimension. For example, good bad, that is related, right wrong, right person or wrong person, good person or bad person. So anything which are quite related are concerned or related with the human behavior, so that is called as moral dimensions. Okay, moral values will say. So anything which are quite related with the behavior is important. So right wrong in the sense that mainly depends upon behavior, good bad, that is mainly depends upon behavior. So anything which are mainly related to the behavior or concerned with the behavior of human being, that is moral dimension. So moral dimensions with liberalism can able to form modern liberalism. Now further, if you see that there are many philosophers like L.T. Lobhaus, Harold J. Lasky and R.H. Downey. These are the important philosophers. They have suggested the modern liberalism. Theory and practice is very, very important for the welfare states to develop during the first half of 20th century, particularly England. Okay, not only we have to develop theoretically, but practically also we have to implement successfully. Okay, theoretically all the philosophers have developed this idea theoretically, but the government have to implement these ideas practically in the state, modern liberalism. Whenever theoretically and practically is both important, both is very, very important to develop the welfare state in the first half of 20th century. Okay, this is also called as positive liberalism. Whenever if you are implementing based upon theory as well as practically, when we are implementing the concept, so this concept can lead for the development during the first half of 20th century. This is the point. So children, what we have discussed, now coming in the main point, already we know what is meant by the liberalism. This is a border philosophy. This is a combination of three important values: individualism, utilitarianism and welfare state. Individualism means the individual should set free by the state. State should set free from all type of restriction. State should set free from state should let the individual free or alone. That is called as individualism. Individualism is also known as laissez-faire concept. This theory is originated from the France. It means the state government's involvement in the human activity should be very less, then only, and if the involvement of state will be very less, then freedom of individuals, he can able to experience more freedom. If the involvement of state is more, then he can enjoy the less freedom. So this is one point. Utilitarianism we have discussed. What is this concept, utilitarianism? This is a concept and this is an idea which promotes, this is an advocating that we have to perform only those activities which can create more happiness, and we have to oppose those activities which can cause unhappiness upon you. So such types of function is called utilitarianism. Next important functions we have seen welfare state concept. Welfare state concept means we have already know that any states which are mainly performing or providing the basic necessities. Okay, if any states are providing the basic necessities, such states we can call it as welfare state concept. Okay, most of the states are providing all the basic necessities like food, medical facility, okay, sanitations, health facility, education facility, okay, transport facility. So that states which are providing all the basic necessities, so such states we can call it as welfare state. We have discussed children already in the last class. So modern liberalism, okay, this we have discussing now. Modern liberalism is quite different, and this was mainly developed in the 19th century. This is quite different in 19th century. This modern liberalism was transformed into liberalism in 20th century. First it was modern liberalism which was transformed into liberalism in 20th century. No more. Modern liberalism is nothing but this is the dominant features of liberalism. So So this also combines both values, civil liberty and equality. Both values, civil liberty and equalities, can support social justice. So that is called as modern liberalism. In modern liberalism, whenever the liberalisms are mainly supporting both the value, one is called civil liberty and equality, so that is called as social justice. So whenever the liberty, modern liberty is the dominant features of liberalism, which is mainly supporting civil liberty, means providing independence to the freedom and equality. If independence and equality will be there, then only in the social everybody will be getting justice, social justice. Okay. Now no more, once this modern liberalism, now this is not only restricted with only middle class, but now it was quite changed. Now it was applicable for the broad mass, and this modern liberalism is greatly influenced in 19th century. Okay, there are mainly English philosophers, we can find T.H. Green. Okay, he have estimated that both moral dimensions and liberalism is very, very important. Okay, so moral dimensions are mainly nothing but which are mainly concerned with or relating to human, so that is called as moral dimensions, and liberalism is very important. So both moral dimensions and liberalisms can give rise to modern liberalism. Moral dimensions means we can find this is quite different, which are related to human behaviors like good, bad, right, wrong, etc. Further, if you see, there are many philosophers like L.T. Lobhaus, Harold J. Lasky and R.H. Downey. These are the main philosophers we can find. Theoretically and practically applicable is very, very important. If you apply theoretically and practically, if it is applicable in the welfare states, then only the welfare states can able to develop in the first half of 20th century, such as England. Okay, in England is a welfare state. In England, if you see that the government of England has provided various welfare pensions before only. Whatever the welfare activities which we are following in developing country, so already in England, already that all the activities were already being providing since 100 years back. So whatever the developing states which they are providing all the human activities today, like education facility, pension facility, already these welfare activities were started in England before only. Why? Because theoretically and practically England have applied the concept of welfare state in their country, and that's why it is also called, on the other hand, positive liberalism. Okay, so children, this is a point we have discussed about liberalism and its basic tenets. In the next class we will discuss we will continue the same topic. In the next class we will go forward. So we will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much, everybody.